Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's try to do this out of character. I understood nowadays the game is already out and the moment for the hyperbolic rage and the joke is already a little bit out, so let's just do, for lack of a better word, out of character. I already did a couple of videos more out of character, and to be honest, the more reality is if you take the trailer talk style videos and game talk, those are out of this character. I'm thinking, and that's probably something that I will do in a later date, to do a little bit of a a little bit of an explanation, because that is somewhat one of my mistakes. It's the problem that I can't place a disclaimer on every video with every reference about it, and another problem bigger in this case is the simple fact that I don't have the video anymore when me and two other people on stream came up with the idea of the problems off. Like it or not, as I said, the problems off would be only for Breaking Point, but it ended up going around to other videos. But here we have it. Deep State. I still have a lot of problems, and that may be one of the reasons why I kind of want to stick with the name and not use game talk for it, or trailer talk. So, the trailer is 2 minutes, then we have 2 other pages to read to. I don't know. I'm feeling neutral to it. Here we go.
Nomad. Glad you haven't gone soft since Bolivia.
I have 2 things to talk about it. The first one is on the beginning of the video. It's still distracting this. Like, we know this is not a thing at the moment, and it still points me on that fact that there is a miscommunication between, for example, the management team, for example, the people who were developing the game, the marketing team, and for example the storyline team, because the AI teammates are the thing that really put this as a thing. There is no reason why they still have those 2 around, since we know the game is solo right now if you're playing single player. And I have to say, how old is Sam Fisher? I don't remember how much time passed. I think since Bolivia in here, and mate, the guy is still kicking some ass. It's really cool to see. Like, it's cool and a little bit sad, because I like Splinter Cell, and I really wish we had a new Splinter Cell game. And that's the sad part, but it's really cool because I want to see Sam Fisher again, so yeah, it's a bittersweet. And I still remember on Wildlands when they told the thing about Metal Gear, the reference. It was a very interesting touch.
Nomad. Glad you haven't gone soft since Bolivia. Let's go. We need to talk.
I like how
So,
the
what brings
clothing
somebody
is different.
I'm after someone called the Strategist. He's been kidnapping military specialists all over the world. If I can get him in front of Congress, they should be able to authorize an invasion of Aroa.
So they'll finally send in the cavalry.
Right. But for now, it's just us.
How I wish that was true.
Wonderland requires vision.
So, it's a problem that I still have with the story itself. It's the fact that we're really having this one season villains with the mastermind behind the backs. And Deep State's not gonna be different, I think. I may be wrong about that, because we know then just the first mission. I don't know, I don't think we're gonna get strategists on the first mission, but the point stands then. We only gonna maybe grab Stone on the end, and I believe, and that's the problem about a live service style game, we still have someone outside the island. And that someone, it's probably someone that we never gonna get it, because I don't think there is any obligation for Ubisoft to maintain the game after the point then the third episode is out.
May I present Project Claw?
So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 targets, maybe? It's one of the things. I do hope then we have a little bit of a more character development between the enemies, because Aurora Fuse dead. The characters don't have any personality. Skell and probably Fox are the only two characters that do have a little bit of personality, and that is very damaging on a game. For example, I know the first ones were less than that, but if you get from Future Soldier above, you have a couple of personalities bouncing off. On Future Soldier, the personalities were more about your team and people on that, while on Wildlands were a bigger interaction. You had Karen, you had El Sueño, you had the entire cartel, and you have the ones off like Sam Fisher, you have Caveira, you have all the other characters that appear once in a while. Tomorrow, aka a couple hours. Two new classes. Ghost Warp, I'm not much interested, but I hope people will get what they need. I really hope there will be a lot of what people want for Ghost War, they end up getting it. Now we're gonna see the patch notes for the patch that will be hitting in a couple hours, or tomorrow, today for the day you're gonna be watching this video. And one more thing about the Deep State briefing. Again, I'm sorry, I'm doing this out of character. I don't know, I don't found very without the raging and things. I think it's a little bit less fun or less energetic, to lack of a better word. So we're gonna go for the patch notes now. Just a real quick recap here. Yes, on the developer note, they put here, with the delays with the recent content, we seen questions and all of that, but here is an early unlock for 3 new classes. So maybe Echelon is included on this thing. Interesting. Just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna start from the briefing, because interesting enough, it's not a briefing. It's a lot more small and something a little bit more, then I can just point it out. There's no big thing. One interesting thing is I gonna place that before this. I got back and found out about the promise from Year 1 content, and the promise was delivering 3 classes early. I'm still gonna question if that means the engineer and the echelon gonna count both, or just the engineer. On the paper, that's just meaning they are wrapping things up and preparing to move on. If the case is, then the echelon gonna count as the class. Now here I think we're just gonna have an overview, nothing big. I'm not gonna be going into detail again, just gonna be talking about stuff if something piques my interest. The fact is, the first mission will be free for everyone. Today, if you're watching this on the day that I posted, and tomorrow for me. If you don't have the year 1, you can buy those things for 1900 ghost coins. Okay. 7 hour of content, 8 new story missions. I think this is a little bit on the lower side. 10 new exclusive Splinter Cell items. Okay. The rewards, if you have the year 1, I don't know if that's the thing. That's not very specific. I don't know if this is for everyone who end up doing, or if it is for the year 1. We're gonna see in the patch notes if they talk about that. The first mission reward is gonna be the 4th echelon goggles and the handgun. Fair enough. 2 new class, the engineer. We already read a little bit about why I said this is the engineer, this is the echelon. Special ability is sonar vision, triggers a new filter vision with regular pulse. Okay. No, nothing special. Special the shock pistol. Again, something that I'm not gonna be using. Auto man with their handgun. Shadow Master, Stealth Boost. So yeah, it's a Panther 2.0. The engineer is gonna be the drone boy. Special ability a drone. Special 2 is supply drone, given allies. I hope this gives you. And I want to know what this buffed ammo means. Grenade launcher bonus. I don't use grenade launchers many. And damage to drones. Okay. Please note both classes will be free for all users, but year 1 owners will get instant unlock to the classes at launch. No skill points needed, as well as 1 week early access. So yeah, look at here. Year 1 will have we'll get instant unlock. I think that does mean that we'll have the. This is the second class. Oh, we have the patch notes here. I hope this is recording because I had a problem earlier on this one. But here we go. The patch notes, again, I'm just gonna be looking over it. The link's gonna be on the description, so if you want to take a very more focused look. It's gonna be available today from the day that I'm posting. Tomorrow for me, personally. New features, the ghost experience. Okay. I already talked about that on my old video, but I'm gonna talk on this version, who's out of character and more sane approach to it. Do I like? Yes, of course I do like. I like the ability and the fact they allow you to fully customize. It's not a this or this. It's very good. I don't know how I feel about the Ghost War being locked on the regular experience. And I don't know how I feel about the raid being locked. To be honest, I know how I feel about the raid being locked. I think this is a really, really big bullshit. But as long as nothing more gets locked on the raid, everything is fine-ish. I still think for people who want to complete everything, having to find 3 other people to get the raid, it's a little bit of bullshit, but okay. Ooh, I already bitch about that a lot on the last video. The classes we already talked about a little bit. We're gonna have the engineer and the echelon. So new missions, new cinematics, new dialogue. Something then does expand the original story, but it's still that thing. Nothing gonna get closure. We're not gonna get out of the island, and you bet your ass then we're not gonna get reinforcements. Why? Because we still need the game to go until the next episode. And I think, I may be wrong on that one, I think we're gonna be very disappointed and the last episode will not be the greatest thing of all. New iconic locations, I hope they add a few islands because I don't like the idea that I think everyone who's playing this game already know the Iceland has the back of their hand. Not only that, but I think, and I hope I'm wrong, the place where the trailer took part, where the strategist will be, looks very familiar. It looks like the place where you go to get the flycatcher, I think. New gameplay mechanics and elements, probably a ghost experience, new faction missions, that's something they already said they would have done, and more. New gunsmith options. Thank God. Most assault rifles will now be able to equip short barrel options. Some will not because, well, there is their counterpart. Okay, fair enough. So this is the new barrel, I think. I'm not a gun nut, so anyone in the comments can correct me, since it's showing on since it's showing there. Yeah, you're probably gonna see this. Uh, sure, I don't see it being bad. I like the idea of being able to customize. I hope it's not like just a short barrel. I hope we get a long barrel too, but only time will tell. New suppressor, fair enough. New muzzle options. Players can manually apply 3D visuals to it. I don't know what that means. Paint options are locked for those options. I don't know what that means either. This is... I still have problems with it because this should be something not even placed here. They should just say we are working on it. And keep working on it because they have to deliver the offline experience. This should be on the game from the get-go. This should be in the game from the get-go. This is something it's fairly easy to add since they are going to add the pickup weapons on the game itself, so there's not a big difference. Something that should be on the get-go too. Thank God, because you have ghost presets with weapons and you cannot dismantle or sell. But now this is gonna be completely useless because most, in my opinion, in my point, I'm gonna be playing on the normal mode, on the ghost mode. So this is completely useless. Ghost War, I'm not a Ghost War player, so I hope all of you people who are playing Ghost War, this is good. I hope you get stuff that you want, new maps. I know it's always good. I hope you get cool stuff. That's only what I can tell you. Character customization. New suppressor, new scope, futuristic. I don't like the name. Figurines. It's just because I think the name is a little bit goofy. It's like the military project, the future soldier project. Yeah, 10 years in the future. How are you gonna call it? The past soldier. I know, just me bitching about it at this point. The figurines, okay. They don't change much. I don't think we get any individual cosmetics if we get a figurine, so whatever. Face paint, night vision goggles, that's cool. New weapons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new weapons. Fuck. This is something that I don't agree. This shouldn't be a thing. In my opinion, again, you should be able to make your normal 560 be a shorty 560. Changing the barrel, change the stock, change the magazine, change the trigger, change the scope, change everything to make it become this. Same for every weapon on this line. There shouldn't be an assault version, a scout version, a short version. There all should be the base weapon, and with the gunsmith, you should be able to change the weapon in any way, shape, or form to adapt to your strategy and to adapt to the way that you want to look, the weapon to look. If you want to be just that cool instead of functional, it's your choice. One new unique weapon, okay. Deep state adventure rewards. So these ones are exclusive for the year 1 pass. Interesting. So, oh no, and people who buy the adventure. Okay. You get Sam Fisher, fun, Victor Cost, I don't know who this guy is. 4th echelon goggles, echelon top, pants, boots, gloves, and full mask. Okay, 1 new vehicle and 1 new weapon. Don't care. Oh, shit. So, here's what I said and I don't fucking like. And I'm holding myself to swearing until now, so I get a pass. More stuff for the raid. They already defund the raid. They already said that they're not gonna be working on this thing anymore. Why keep adding stuff to it? Allow players to find this on Golden Island on random chests, doing random activities. For example, each week you release 3 activities and you have 1 random drop pull from one of the things. It's better than forcing people to play a part of the game they don't want just because of this, and it's not something that depends on a single player. You need to get a 4-player co-op party to do. A lot of people don't want to play co-op, and it sounds like a knee-jerk reaction for the developer to not allow this, to not give you, for example, the players who will not play base the basic experience, the players will opt for the ghost experience. It seems to be a knee-jerk reaction to not allow those players to get these items, because if you create a character now from using the ghost experience, probably your item, your things will be shit. So you're not gonna get any of this. You're not gonna be able to do, because your gear score gonna be shit. So I highly believe that this is completely stupid. They should just allow you to go on the island and get the items for whatever reason you want. Um, class unlocks I'm fine with. New Ghost War items I don't care about. It's not that I don't care about people who play this. Go on, knock yourselves out. Customization for hair, it's always fine to have it. Items on the store, they finally gonna bring the store, I think. 3rd echelon. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the old style gear from like probably Splinter Cell 3. Paladin stuff. Okay. These are things that you're not going to be able to unlock during the game. You're only going to be able to buy those, so... Sure. This vest will not appear with... What? The vest will not appear with this top when equipped. Oh, okay. Eh, maybe. I like, and depending on how they make, it would be something that would think about it. And one thing I gonna tell, the Division 2, and I never thought I would say that, does a very good job on allowing free players to get the things for there. Although it's not great, but you have the apparel caches and you can kind of get stuff from it. The only thing then you cannot get is the seasonal stuff, but okay, it doesn't matter that much. Even, for example, the hunter outfit, the quote-unquote the best outfit, the old New York style hunter, is something that you can acquire by simply playing the game. At this point, and I kind of stopped playing for like 2 weeks or so, I had the boots, the mask, the neck piece, the pants. I only don't have the chest piece, and not the chest piece, yeah, let's call it the chest piece. And that was the part that I really would like to have it, but it doesn't matter. UI and progression, okay, camera, we already talked about that, so it's interesting they now will be able, they have to place this here because it will affect both Ghost Experience and not, so it's fair. Bug fix, this being free, it's fine. I think it should be since they fuck up. Exploit and base jump, they will try again to fix this. More progression, there was a lot of issues. AI balancing, they will still need to do a lot of that. Ghost War, I hope you people know what this is, because I don't. UI, vehicles, something they will need. Visual, they are going up about the same, and the same thing. So, what? Two things I want to talk about here. As I said before, I still like one step in the right direction and I stumble to the bad direction. The knee-jerk reaction and maintaining the raid exclusive stuff is still infuriating. They should just release this for the public, because if not, target. Second, there is one more point that I wanted to make. The game is going in a good direction with the fix, with hearing feedback, but still, developers need to have a more open channel. They need to do like massive and open a state of the game, battle report, or whatever they want to call it, to give feedback to the community. It's really, we have a lot of periods of silence and one or two updates. This is not good. And I know a lot of people will point out, oh, this was the same thing then Hello Games did to fix their game. Hello Game was a very small studio. They are in this studio. We are not talking about this. We are talking about Ubisoft Paris, a big, ginormous studio. So they need to simply have a more open communication. They have PR, so they need to use their PR to do that. They have people who are paid to do this communication. They have community managers, and I still believe there is a very big miscommunication between the parts of the company. Now, besides that, there is one more point that I wanted to make, and it is about the series itself. The game launched, and although it was fun doing the hyperbolic rage, I will agree most of the time then it is already past the time for that. I'm not gonna lie, during reading the patch notes and especially reacting to the video, the character was jumping out and trying their best to go on my rants and things like that, but I was able to maintain a more sane opinion about it. I don't know. I like the way the series went. I like the funny, and I like the fact that some people got the joke, some people don't got the joke. Some people were there for when the joke was created. That is fun and an interesting aspect. Some people weren't, and that's the point. I can't make I can't ensure that people know then there is a joke. There was the serious part where I always put it the point before and try to leave the link on the description so you could take your own opinion, not watching me just ranting about it. I would just put my opinion on before on a more sane approach, then I would just bitch about it, as I did many times. But instead I will just probably place this for the ramblings of a madman. The character will be back to that cage. Something that I didn't do a lot more, because there is not many games who really deserve the ramblings of a madman. Fallout 4 was one, Fallout 76 maybe would be one, but I never played. Maybe the next Sunrider will be one that will deserve that. Maybe not. We don't know. Outside that, I think I will maintain this series, the problems of. The only thing is I will be more sane on the approach, more normal. I don't know if that will continue because maybe that's the thing. I have the trailer talk to react to trailers. I have the game talk to talk about specific points. Maybe the problems of will become something will take precedence about both. And I will be entirely honest, I like the name of it more than both of the other names, so that's one of the reasons why I kinda expanded the series for other points. And the fact is, one of the points most important about the problems of was the lack of communication between the developer and the fact that we're just talking with the information and we have without having concrete information about the game from the developers or any more trailers or anything that showed the uh, show concrete information about the topic at the hand, to lack of better wording. So that was one of the points, and I would go into the conclusions and go into my hyperbolic rage. It was fun while last. I agree, the joke took its time already. Maybe once in a while I just gonna let the character loose and let the wolves hunt, for lack of better term. But like it or not, I enjoy the name of the series and the other two, for example, the Red Sun one and I think, I'm not gonna lie, the Fentune Brigade was one that I let a little bit loose because, well, I'm a little bit pissed off because they accept the big bag of money from Epic Store. So, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time. I'm gonna edit this video out and put on the YouTubes. Expect me this on the 24th, on the day then the patch will go live, and expect me playing Doom on the channel, Dot Hack, and maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Who knew I would be playing those things on the channel? 3 Let's Plays in one channel. Oh my god. I'm not a really YouTuber. But I still love you guys. Thank you, and I will thank Rapman for the good times then you place on the channel and the good discussion and you place on the comments down below. Your feedback was amazing during most of the series. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This was the video. If you enjoyed, leave it a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment. And if you want to see what the hell is gonna be coming next on this mess, subscribe. And see you guys on the next episode.